When you think of food that everyone loves, what's the first thing that comes to mind? Probably French fries. Crispy on the outside, soft on the inside, perfectly salted, they're the perfect companion for burgers, the favorite movie snack, the star of casual dining. But did you know there's one of the biggest culinary disputes in history about who actually invented this golden treasure? Belgium, France, and Spain are fighting for the honor, and the story involves frozen rivers, Spanish conquistadors, a French pharmacist, and American soldiers in World War I. Come along as we uncover the true history of French fries. Our journey begins not in Europe, but in South America. The potato is native to the Andes Mountains, cultivated and consumed by indigenous populations for over 8,000 years. It was taken to Europe by Spanish explorers during the Age of Discovery in the 16th century. And here's the first twist. The Spanish might have been the first to fry potatoes. There's a fascinating document from November 29, 1626, about a meal offered by indigenous people at Fort Nacimiento in Chile to Spanish conquerors. The report mentions the presence of fried potatoes on the guests' plates. Additionally, frying food in oil was already a tradition in Spanish cuisine at the time, so it's quite likely they experimented with frying the newly arrived tuber from the Americas. However, the result was different from what we eat today, probably whole fried potatoes or sliced into rounds, like small balls. But the Belgians won't accept this version. They swear that French fries were born on their territory. The most famous legend tells that in the 17th century, peasants living along the Meuse River in southern Belgium used to catch small fish and fry them to eat. During a harsh winter, the river froze completely, making fishing impossible. To avoid starvation, the villagers had a brilliant idea. They cut potatoes into the shape of small fish and fried them in oil. Belgian historian Joe Gerard already mentions potatoes being fried in 1681 in the Netherlands, now part of Belgium. France, of course, also claims the invention. There are records of French fry recipes in the book Les Soupers de la Cour by Menin in 1758. And a key character enters the scene, Antoine-Augustin Parmentier, a pharmacist and French army officer. Parmentier was a prisoner in Germany during the 7 Years' War, 1756 to 1763, and there he discovered the potato. After his release, he dedicated himself to promoting the tuber in France, which was viewed with suspicion. People believed it caused diseases like leprosy. Parmentier organized extravagant dinners where the potato was the star, and one preparation method was cutting it into sticks and frying it in boiling oil. They say even King Louis XVI was impressed. There's even a version connecting French fries to religion. The curator of the Friet Museum in Belgium, Professor Paul Ilgams, claims that Saint Teresa of Avila might have fried the first potatoes, following the Mediterranean kitchen tradition of frying foods. But the moment that truly popularized French fries worldwide was World War I. American soldiers stationed in Belgium and northern France tried the fried potatoes and fell in love. Since the dominant language in southern Belgium is French, they called the dish French fries, and the name stuck. When they returned home, they brought the recipe with them, and French fries began their conquest of the United States and the world. Today, the numbers are impressive. Global consumption of French fries reaches 11 million tons per year. The United States is the country that consumes this snack the most in the world. But the title of highest per capita consumer in Europe belongs to Belgium, about 30 kilos per person per year. For comparison, in Brazil, consumption is approximately 2.7 kilos annually. The Belgians take their passion so seriously that there are over 5,000 street stalls called fritcots scattered throughout the country, and even a museum dedicated to the delicacy, the Friet Museum in Bruges. The love for French fries even has an official day, May 30th, World French Fry Day, established by the UN's Food and Agriculture Organization, FAO. And versions have multiplied around the world. In England, the famous fish and chips. In Belgium, served in paper cones with mayonnaise. In the United States, a mandatory side for hamburgers. In Canada, poutine with gravy and cheese curds. In the Netherlands, with mayonnaise and raw onions. There's even the world's most expensive French fry. At the Serendipity 3 restaurant in New York, a serving costs $200, about 1,000 reais. They use potatoes from a special harvest, bathed in champagne vinegar, fried in goose fat, finished with truffles, and covered with 23-karat gold dust. So, the next time you dip your finger into a serving of French fries, remember, you're not just eating a snack. You're savoring over 400 years of history. From the Andes to Europe, from frozen rivers in Belgium to Parmentier's banquets, from the trenches of World War I to museums and Michelin stars. The French fry traveled continents and centuries to be crispy on your plate today. Now I want to know from you, how do you like your fries? Shoestring, chips, curly, rustic? With ketchup, mayo, barbecue sauce? Or just salt? And most importantly, did you know about this dispute between Belgium, France, and Spain? Which team are you on? Drop it in the comments. If you enjoyed this crispy story, hit that like button to help the channel grow. And if you're not subscribed yet, subscribe now and ring the bell because every week a new story is coming out of the kitchen. See you on the next plate.